Welcome to Game Geology, where I compare video game rock formations with the real-life elements that might have inspired them. I am Pentagram, and let me tell you a bit more about rocks. Today we visit my favorite region of Outward Space game, the Abrasive Desert. This region is the most geologically interesting one after the caldera, and I will certainly talk about it in more than one episode. Deserts are fairly common places to explore in video games, and Outward has of course its own version, in the region of Abrassar. The Abrasive Desert is the hardest region to navigate in the base game. The unbearable heat turns armor into furnaces during the day, and the nights are freezing cold. The region also features quite a lot of dangerous enemies, and is also home to some of the most impressive locations in the base game. One of these locations is called the Sandrose Cave. It is a mining exploitation that has been taken over by bandits. As you might have guessed, from the name of the cave, this place is littered with desert rose formations. The research I had to make for this video made things pretty confusing, as these peculiar rock formations have been at the center of beliefs and alternative therapies for thousands of years. I will try to remain in the scientific field, but I will mention some interesting legends surrounding these fascinating marvels of nature. The desert roses appear, well, in deserts mostly. They appear when gypsum crystallizes in humidified sand or clay. The peculiar shape comes from the fact that gypsum crystallizes on an axis, forming a cluster of connected disks that give them this rose-like appearance. Though some of them can accumulate in structures that go up to 1 meter, they never reach the impressive size of the clusters displayed in the game. The desert roses featured in Outward are more on the fantasy side. Their dented shape make them look more like shells, and the particles they emit give them a more magical look. As I mentioned earlier, desert roses are considered by some people to have spiritual and healing properties. There is no scientific evidence of such effects yet, and it is in our current knowledge assimilated to the placebo effect. Most of these beliefs come from the supposed relation between desert roses and the moon, as some of the desert roses are made of a variation of gypsum called selenite, a name that derives from the name of the Greek moon goddess Selene. Some people think they can store the light of the moon, but it is most likely a form of fluorescence that has been observed in some selenite crystals. Let's end this video on my personal rating of Outward's desert roses. Real-life desert roses are pretty different from Outward's version. They have definitely been altered to give them a more magical look. To me, they even look more like living organisms, like coral. I will give them a 5 out of 10 when it comes to realism, but I'll add 3 points for the rule of cool. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video interesting, do not hesitate to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content.